Hello YouTube, this is another disorganized rant from MirrorWitch13. Indigo Children. I guess if one were to ask oneself what exactly an indigo child, you can go down the list that if you hit Google, you can see all these beautiful images of these sweet-faced child models with their faces photoshopped blue and there's sparkly stars in their eyes. And you can click on any of those links and you'll see this list of indigo children. And the list goes as follows. Indigo children are strong-willed. They have wisdom higher than the level of understanding of somebody their age. They're, expecting them to follow the rules and follow regular parenting and discipline strategies don't work because they fight against, being conformists. Emotionally, they can be reactive, and they have a lot of a hard time containing their emotions. Sometimes their emotions are just out there. They're very creative. They're often diagnosed with ADD or ADHD. They're intuitive. Most of them are psychic. They're very sensitive to everything in their environments. They're prone to food allergies. When their needs are not met, they tend to have temper tantrums and they seem self-centered. But that's not their true nature because they are obviously higher enlightened beings and they're gifted. As you all know, I'm a witch. I'm pretty new age. I'm pretty woo-woo. But I'm a skeptic. And on this, I call bullshit. Let me explain to you why. I'm older. I'm about 32 years old. But on the technical level, I am on the spectrum of being still labeled as a millennial, although I don't think that's fair. I don't have very much in common with a 25-year-old. But that's besides the point. I think that this ideology is pretty much conducive to the reason why we have so many people in the later spectrum of the millennial generation who are still living at home, won't get a job, can't hold a successful relationship, and can't really be contributing members of society. Because mommy and daddy said, you're special, you shouldn't have to follow the rules, you shouldn't have to do things the way everybody else does because you're gifted and you're special and your needs are more important than everybody else's. And you're an indigo child. And that made these indigo children or millennials or whatever you want to call them feel entitled and feel that they shouldn't have to work the same way that other people work for things because they're special and they should get special treatment. And the problem with this is a very obvious one. There's a correlation here between the criticisms of millennials and the criticisms of indigo children. And the reason why I'm commenting on this is because I am, I guess you could say, I'm, as a magical practitioner and as a member of the New Age community, I see that this is very dangerous. Let's play with the idea that maybe these children really are from another universe. Indigo children, crystal children, rainbow children. Maybe they are from another universe. Maybe they're from another planet. And they are sent here to Earth on a mission. How is treating them different from other Earthlings going to be conducive to them being contributing members of this society, integrating this society enough to have influence, thus executing their mission? Think about it. If an indigo child was sent to Earth to teach us, but doesn't know how to live as a regular Earthling, why would we listen? Why should we listen? Because they threw temper tantrums when they were 6 because they didn't get ice cream? Nobody's going to listen to that. And this is why I think that the concept of an indigo child is a harmful one and is counterproductive to the raising of the frequency of our world. A child is a being that may or may not have a lot of potential inside of them, but they need guidance. Okay? They need someone to tell them to wipe their butt after they poop. They need someone to tell them that it's dangerous to cross the street without looking both ways. If you label them as an indigo child and automatically make them wiser than what you can offer them and what you can teach them, you're basically robbing them of their chance to climb the ladder of functionality that everybody else has to do. So I see a lot of YouTube videos of parents, and it's so cringeworthy. They're asking their child, they're like, what world were you from before here? And you're a wise indigo child. I'm going to make all of these YouTube videos about you. Kids usually around 8 years old enough to understand what the fuck's going on, but young enough for it to still be kind of cute. And the kid is like, oh, I came through a ship, and there was all of this, like these bright lasers, but the ship was shaped like a big planet, and this big planetary ship, all of the lasers, they all focused together into one unified beam, and then it was pointed into the earth, and then I was born. And then you have the parents of this indigo child or crystal child saying, oh, that is so beautiful, oh wow. And what they're not realizing is the kid just described the scene of the Death Star blowing up Naboo from Star Wars. And kids are smart enough to come up with these things. They're like, oh, mom wants me to say something really cool, and she'll give me a lot of attention if I impress her with this really neat story about space. So you just basically describe a scene from your favorite movie, your favorite video game, your favorite anything. God, kids have so much access to so much media, and they describe it to you, and the parents automatically take it at face value. It's like, you really, really have this narcissistic need to have a special needs child, like a special needs, no, not special needs, special gift child, maybe even special needs. Is this like a type of Munchausen by proxy type thing where you just, bottom line is, don't do that. If your kid acts up in a supermarket, put him in timeout. Don't think of this whole crystal indigo rainbow crap. Just for fuck's sake, it's a kid. It's a kid. Let it be a kid. Teach it that it's wrong. Let it get dirty, and then tell him to go take a bath. And make him eat his greens. Okay? And stop the nonsense, please.